All right, guys. So we have another topic here that we want to talk about, and that is Call of Duty Ghosts. Looking back on it in 2023, was Call of Duty Ghost underrated for its time and completely overlooked? So, Psycho Dad, do you want to get us kicked off with this interesting topic here?
Of course. So, for starters, everyone knows that's played Ghosts. The campaign ended on a cliffhanger of you and Hesh chilling on the beach. Then Rourke shows up and drags you away into the jungle. And there's a scene where, you can hear it's raining. You're in the jungle. There's a hole in the ground. And presumably that's where Rourke is trying to break Logan to turn against his brother. And that's it. That's all we got. In all honesty, I think we deserve a sequel, so we can see what Infinity War does with the story. Are they gonna wrap it up with fucking Logan just killing his brother? Is Hesh gonna kill Logan? Who knows? But it'd be interesting to see what Infinity War does with that. Also, another point of why Ghost was great, you had Extinction. And in my honest opinion, that was the best Infinity War third-party mode. It blows Spec Ops missions completely out of the water. Like, it's no competition. Spec Ops missions are fucking terrible. Infinity War keeps adding them. How about this? You bring back your underrated third-party mode that we only saw one time, Extinction. I know people out there that have played Ghost probably miss Extinction. I know I do. And I haven't forgotten about it. But if we could see either a sequel to Extinction or shit, they could just put it in this game. I wouldn't care. Because you know what? Spec Ops missions suck ass. And they just need to bring it back. Another thing about Ghost that was, at the time, it was hated, but looking back on it, compared to what we got now, the multiplayer for the game, it was okay. It wasn't great by any means because there were so many problems with it. But looking back, it wasn't terrible. For example, their innovation with the Faces of Death kill streak. And if you don't know what the Faces of Death kill streak were, some maps had exclusive kill streaks to them. Like Fog had you becoming Michael Myers. And the map Ruins, you could become the damn Predator and run around kill people. And in all honesty, I think Call of Duty Ghosts had some of the most creative DLC, and honestly, some of the best DLC season we've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. It's just unfortunate Infinity Ward just can't seem to, be as innovative as they once were, like in Call of Duty Ghosts. Another thing about Ghosts is, their perk system. There was a total of 35 perks in Call of Duty Ghosts. If I'm not mistaken, that's the most we've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. And, it was unique because, you could pick how you wanted to play. You're not forced to play a certain way. You could pick what perks you wanted, play how you wanted. You weren't restricted. You could do whatever you wanted, which was great. And also the kill streaks in Call of Duty Ghosts were innovative. We've seen some unique kill streaks out of Call of Duty Ghosts, and we've only seen them one and done with that game. For example, the Loki. It's a satellite in the sky that it's basically an AC-130 in space that's just shooting missiles down. And then you also had two kill streak packages. You had the support package, which is based around support streaks, and you had the assault package, which is based around, obviously, assault kill streaks. So you can get, armor vest for your teammates, or you can get the Loki equivalent on the support side, which is the Odin, which is basically a support satellite dropping care packages for all your teammates. But one thing is for certain, the damn SATCOM was a flop. The SATCOM alone really just ruined the game. What do you have to say about Call of Duty Ghosts?
Yeah, I totally agree on your last point there. Call of Duty Ghosts was definitely overlooked in its time, but it definitely deserved a lot of the crap it got simply because of the SATCOM. But I can say that the campaign was definitely one of the best in Call of Duty history, and I have been waiting for the sequel ever since 2013, and I'm still holding on hope that we will get that sequel. And, we could have gotten a sequel to Call of Duty Ghosts in this game, Modern Warfare 2, because nobody gave a crap about the storyline of this game, so they could have just, swapped it out for the Ghosts storyline. And Extinction was one, I would say it almost rivaled Treyarch Zombies. It was so much fun. You get, a team of 4 of your buddies, and everybody's got to set up. Oh, John Smith, you're gonna be engineer. I'm gonna be the assault. I'm gonna be the support. I'm gonna be the medic. And then everybody's got their kill streaks or their all the stuff you could pick in Extinction, and everybody set up different stuff, and everybody had to work together and you go hive by hive, and then you got to do the challenges to get the skill points so you could upgrade your class and upgrade your vulture drone or whatever the heck you were running, and it was just so much fun. That is the kind of
Fun
like
replayability value.
yeah, tons of replay value. That's the kind of third-party co-op modes that we need in Call of Duty. Not stupid-ass Spec Ops that nobody wants to play and it's not even remotely fun. And to the multiplayer,
I can't think of a single person that likes Spec Ops. Can you?
I don't know anybody. And to the multiplayer, that was the one part of the game that really just crippled it. And I stand by a lot of what I said back in the day, but I do retract some of the things I said about Call of Duty Ghosts because I really was unfair to the game, and I'm going to go ahead and say that I was wrong about a lot of the stuff. And Mark Rubin, the guy behind the Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer, was absolutely ripped to shreds and was obliterated up his own ass to the point where he had to go off the grid completely, had to delete his Twitter because he was getting death threats and all this kind of crazy stuff. But looking back on Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer, yes, the multiplayer maps were horrible. They were way too big. They sucked. Kind of like this game, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 2019. It's almost like it's a trend. Infinity Ward has no idea what they're doing with making maps. But
never.
Some things that Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer did phenomenally well was the perks. Like you were saying, tons and tons of variety in perks. And the system in which you had the perks was you could have like so many at once. Like you could swap like your secondary gun or your grenades, and
you could sub out a grenade.
Yeah, you could put on more perks in place of it. That was awesome. And the fact that you had so many and they were actually good was another bonus. And to the kill streaks, this was another thing that I really gave Ghosts a hard time on back in the day, but especially now compared to like the newer games, it had some pretty good kill streaks. Riley was a good innovative kill streak. The IMS,
Riley the dog,
that was an awesome overpowered kill streak, which has never yet to return. And it had specialist, it had assault, and it had support. And if done correctly, support is a great idea because it gives people an opportunity to get streaks who, let's be honest, aren't really good at the game. And Call of Duty Ghosts did it right in the fact that they weren't like lethal, overpowered kill streaks that were gonna like just kill everybody,
destroy everything.
They were just stuff that was gonna help out the team, like ballistic vests, ammo crates, ground jammer, so on and so forth. And then you had things like in the assault package, you had the Maniac. That was a cool, innovative thing at the time that was brand new. It was like a Juggernaut light. You could run super fast. You had like medium armor, and you had a knife, and then you had the regular Juggernaut. You had the Oracle. You had the support squad mate. You had the helo, the sniper helo. All sorts of stuff that, quite frankly, blow any one of the kill streaks in this game to pieces.
Pieces. Can you imagine if we got the Oracle in this game? Man, everybody would run the Oracle.
Yeah. So, let me just pull up the kill streak list here because I'm forgetting. So yeah, they had
talk about the Juggernauts.
They had the Loki. They had the Moths. They had the Night Owl. They had the support squad mate, ground jammer, air superiority, helo sniper, Oracle, Odin, Juggernaut recon. The list goes on and on and on. And a lot of the stuff was support. So Call of Duty Ghosts was definitely underrated for its time. You had the field upgrades. That was new at the time and has yet to make a comeback. So there's no excuse for why we can't get a follow-up to at least the good parts of Call of Duty Ghosts, like Extinction and the campaign. Certainly Extinction. There's no reason why that has not returned, because that was so amazing. And are you going to tell me that, oh no, we can't put Extinction back in the game because we have to do Spec Ops? Nobody on Earth
no one
is
cares
asking
about
for
Spec
that.
Ops.
And like you said, they had like the Michael Myers and just all these like cool, innovative things in the multiplayer, and we just
Back
don't
when
get.
Infinity Ward innovated properly.
Yeah, we just don't get creative stuff like that anymore. So, do I think that we'll ever see a true sequel to Ghosts? No, I don't. Do I think that we can see aspects of Call of Duty Ghosts be returned in future games? Absolutely. There's no excuse. We can definitely get Extinction. We can definitely get specialists and support kill streaks. We can definitely get the Pick 10 and the Pick 13 system back. All these good things from Ghosts and previous Call of Duties. There's no excuse why these developers can't give us these things back in 2023, 2024, and beyond. So, what else do you have to say?
Well, it's like I was saying, you know, Infinity Ward was actually trying to innovate with Call of Duty Ghosts. They did too much at some points, and sometimes they innovated for, you know, I think Call of Duty Ghosts was one big experiment. They could just see how much they could innovate and change the game. Some of the changes they made, they were good. Some of them were bad. For example, the goddamn SATCOM.
Yeah.
You know, the SATCOM was arguably one of the stupidest changes ever. Like, the UAV has been a staple in the COD series since Call of Duty 4, but you want to put it on the ground for what? There's no reason to move it to the damn ground.
Well, and you know, and a lot of this stuff is the community's fault, because sometimes you can't please people, because a lot of the reasoning behind the SATCOM was in Black Ops 2
They
and
wanted
Modern
something
Warfare
to
3.
change.
You know, people were bitching about the UAV spam. So what they did was you had to have two SATCOMs to be equivalent of one like traditional UAV. And
Which
so,
is where it killed it.
well, so they nerfed the UAV spam that everybody was bitching about, and then everybody's bitching about the SATCOMs too weak. Well, make up your mind. Which one is it? Do you want the UAV nerfed, or do you not want it nerfed? You know, so a lot of times you can't please anybody, especially Call of Duty fans.
Oh, you can't please any Call of Duty fan.
Yeah, no matter what you do, they're always going to be bitching.
There's gonna be something to bitch and complain about. There always is.
Yeah, so what else we got here?
I still stand by my opinion. I think Call of Duty Ghosts was underrated at the time. You know, I feel if Call of Duty Ghosts came out right now, it more than likely wouldn't receive as much hate as it got back in the day. I mean, look at all these new Call of Duty games. They're mediocre at best. Call of Duty Ghosts itself was mediocre, but guess what? Out of all the mediocrity, I guarantee you Call of Duty Ghosts would reign supreme.
I totally agree.
Will we see a sequel to Ghosts? Probably not, like you're saying. If we do, it'd be cool, you know. But at this point, you know, Infinity Ward is just so far gone that I don't think they could do anything right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've
look at
given
this
up
game,
hope.
for example.
Oh yeah, and Extinction, I guess, did make somewhat of a return in Infinite Warfare. I think the last zombie map pack to come out, if you made it to a certain round or whatever, the cryptids came out. That's not a true sequel.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, that's just,
it wasn't. Yeah,
that's just kind of a stupid
that's
reference.
just rehashing things.
Yeah, that's not what we mean, but that's just something to note. So, do you have anything else?
That's in my piece. I think Call of Duty Ghosts is underrated. I want to see a sequel. But
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let us know in the comments below. What did you think about Call of Duty Ghosts? Did you guys think that it was a good game? Did you think it sucked? Do you think that maybe it got a lot of undeserved crap back in the day? Let us know in the comments below, and let us know if you want to see a Call of Duty Ghosts too. And we'll see you guys all in our next video.